Hello and welcome back to From the Hip. I'm Anthony Rodriguez, your host today. Today, we finally get to complete our off-season review series in the NFL. And we've saved the most competitive division for last. The AFC North has 4 solid teams. That wouldn't surprise anyone if any of these teams were in Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans this season. Both the Ravens and Browns were competing all year for the best record in football. And that was led by a run-first, hard defense, old-school style football, the way it was meant to be played. Let's not forget about the Bengals. They are just a few seasons removed from playing in the Super Bowl. And if you ask some, they would have been there last year had Joe Burrow not been injured. And rounding out this division, you have one of the classiest teams in the league with one of the greatest coaches in Mike Tomlin. And trust me, if you think the coach does not matter, just see where the Steelers were mid-season and see where they finished with a wild card spot in the playoffs. That's right. 3 of the 4 teams made the playoffs. A great question would be, can they do it again? But a better question is, can all 4 teams make the playoffs? Today, we're here to answer this question and give you the insight you'll need to get ready for the NFL season. So don't miss out on anything and subscribe and allow notifications. Let me bring my gentleman in with me right now. Guys, welcome to the show. Let me introduce everybody. I got Justin from Twitch TV. Okay. You can find him. His name would be Boogie. What is it, Justin?
Boogie underscore
CTV.
Gotta update that script, man. Come on.
Oh, that's not on the script anymore. Now we're going ad-lib. Okay. We got Tyler B.
Papa Spank Daddy.
Papa Spank Daddy. We just refuse to call him that, though.
You just called me that. Just agreed to it.
No. We got...
Wow.
Oh, wow. From Station Head Radio. From One Mo Show. Hollywood Mo. What's up, Mo?
What's up?
I see you on your rare form today.
Yes, I am.
And of course, rounding out this crew, repping his team all the way through, we have Kory Thompson. Freaky man. Kory, what's going on this morning?
Take that shirt off, man. This ain't the division and this ain't the time for that bum. Put back on the other shirt you had on, man. Come on.
Oh, boy. Well,
come on.
Gentlemen, let me read the headlines real quick while I got it. The NFL community is in mourning after the passing of Baltimore Ravens superstar Jacoby Jones, who is best known for the Mile High Miracle. The cause of Jones's death was not immediately available. In a statement released Sunday through the NFL Players Association, Jones's family said that he died peacefully at his home in New Orleans. The family, including his mother, his son, little Jacoby, are together and are asking for prayers, privacy, and support as they navigate through this difficult time. Jacoby Jones, dead at 40. The Bengals and T. Higgins did not reach a long-term deal ahead of Monday's 4 p.m. Eastern deadline, leaving the wide receiver to play for Cincinnati on a 1-year franchise tag in 2024. Higgins is set to earn $21.8 million this season via his franchise tender. Higgins also was the only player of 8 to be franchise tagged and not be offered a deal for the extension. Most are expecting him to finish this contract and test the free agency market at season's end. The Jets' Aaron Rodgers last season hinted several times about a possible reunion with Davante Adams, presumably with the Jets. Even Davante couldn't rule it out at the time. And as most of you saw on the show Receiver, it seemed as if Davante Adams wanted out of Raider Nation. Davante was quoted, "If I were to be reunited with anybody, it would be with Aaron. Or be relocated anywhere, it would be with Aaron. But Adams while appearing on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, addressed the chatter of a reunion with Rodgers, but stressed that he's locked in with the Raiders. Whether or not he is to remain with the Raiders is yet to be determined. And finally, with 1 year remaining on his rookie contract, Brandon Ayuk has been seeking a big money extension in line with those of other wideouts who have earned deals this offseason, such as A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jalen Waddle. But Ayuk has stopped short of requesting a trade until Tuesday. A league source told ESPN's Jeremy Fowler that Ayuk wants to be traded or paid. Ayuk is 26, and he's set to make $14.1 million in 2024, the fifth and final year of his rookie contract. He led the 49ers in receptions and receiving yards last season, while on the road to the Super Bowl loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's likely Ayuk will neither be traded or receive a contract extension until after the season is over, as all of the leverage is currently with the 49er organization. A team source was quoted, Ayuk is still in the long-term plans for the 49ers. Gentlemen, are you guys ready to talk about the AFC North?
Yes.
So we got 4 teams that we want to talk about. All teams tough. But you know what? We're going to start with the team that didn't make the playoffs. Not saying that they are not a great team. I'm just saying that they didn't make the playoffs last year. Mo, start me off. Talk to me about the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, so with the Cincinnati Bengals, right? Yes, they pretty much sucked last season. You don't have to sugarcoat it. It is what it is. It happened. But they had some reasoning for that. But this year, I don't think much changes until they prove different. That's not a slight. It's just the facts. They let Tyler Boyd go to the Titans. I don't know who's gonna. Oh my. Oh. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know how this team looks. They OC went to the Titans as well, so we have to see what they're gonna do. But what they did do. Let's start with the draft. They went to go get Joe Burrow some protection, and they got Amarius Mims from Georgia in the first round. 6'8", 340, offensive tackle. Monster when he's playing. In 402 snaps, he only allowed 6 pressures. But notice I said when he's playing. Reason why? Only 8 starts in college. 8. He had to go down with an ankle injury that ended the season. So the plan for him is let him develop a year under Trent Brown because they did sign Trent Brown. I'll get into that later. And we'll see what he does. Next one, they got Chris Jenkins from Michigan, which is a defensive tackle, the son of Chris Jenkins Sr., strong dude. They said he's the strongest in that draft class, so we'll just have to see. They did need that defensive tackle help, and they filled that hole. And Jermaine Burton, wide receiver from Alabama. He was the leading wide receiver in Alabama for 2 seasons. He's a big play threat. Their only knock on him was something from a Tennessee game that Alabama lost. He punched a woman. That was in 2022. He punched a woman. I guess after Tennessee won, they stormed the field, and instead of him just taking the L, he took another L and punching a woman. Bitch shit, So
Damn.
maturity issues is his issue. But then let's get into the free agent signings. They got Trent Brown, as I spoke of, 1 year. They got Mike, I can't say that man's name, Gesicki, 1 year. They got running back Zach Moss to replace Joe Mixon, who they let go. Then they also got defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins for 2 years. And they also got safety from the Ravens, Geno Stone, for 2 years. So we shall see what happens for the Bengals. I don't know how they look. I don't know how that offense looks. Bill Callahan was a big reason why is it Bill? No, it's Brian, right? It's Bryant. That's the son,
I think
right?
it's Brian
Yeah, it's
Callahan. Yeah, Brian
Bryant. So
Callahan.
Callahan was a big reason why that offense moved the way it did. I think this would probably be. I think this would be the first switch for Joe Burrow in that offense since he's been there. So the continuity won't be there. So we'll just have to see what they look like. It's gonna be rough, man, because you're in a division with the Steelers, you're in a division with the Browns, you're in a division with the Ravens, who are all consistent. Now you're the only one who's not consistent. So we'll see.
How does it look with their situation that they have going on right now with T. Higgins? Is he going to play or is he going to hold out? What's the story
Say
with him?
he's gonna play, but from everything I found, it's the understanding that this is last season.
Yeah, I've heard the same.
So good luck. Good luck.
We're a few weeks removed from the preseason, but has there been anything about what like Joe Burrow like is going to look like so far?
So far, it's like he's old Joe,
Okay.
back to his old self. Justin, you said something?
I say you think the T. Higgins trade gonna happen before the season, or you think it's gonna happen mid-season?
I think it's gonna happen mid-season because I don't see them finishing the season with somebody they know that's gonna be gone.
Who do you think is going to get him? Or who do you think is going to try to push for him?
I don't think it's gonna be anybody that is gonna be in a conversation for winning, to be honest with you. Because I just think everybody's set in their minds.
You don't think they reconnect the LSU boys?
The LSU boys. What you mean? Because if T. Higgins was to connect with somebody, it would be Trevor Lawrence because they played together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about the other side of the ball, like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Jefferson.
Jefferson.
No. I don't think that happened.
So you don't see any
Jefferson got
big
the bag.
blockbuster trades happening from this. You think
Jefferson
more
got
of them lines of them trying to get some draft picks for him?
draft picks, yeah. I think they try to get some draft picks so that they can replace him. The Jermaine acquisition from the draft, he is a good receiver. He is a big play receiver. He can stretch the field. You just need another one. That's what your offense is used to. Because you can't go from being with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd to just Jamar Chase and somebody you don't even know can get open yet. I don't see them doing that. So I think they go for some draft picks. I think they pretty much know this season's probably a wash though.
Really? So you don't envision
What's the
them
defense?
actually going deep into the with this team? You don't see them squeaking into the wild card spot with a
You can
healthy
get-
Joe Burrow?
You can get there, but are you going to beat Patrick?
Nobody has yet.
Well, Joe had. Just
yeah,
not when
Joe
it counted.
did.
Joe
But
had.
Joe has.
what I mean
but
by
not
that
when it
is like
counted.
every time that Patrick is really he's got like this big game thing happening with him. Okay.
But Joe got it too.
Yes, he does. He made the Super Bowl. He's the only guy in this division that has actually made it to the Super Bowl.
But with a disgruntled receiver, I don't see that.
Mm.
And then if you trade him mid-season, I really don't see it. So, why can't y'all if I'm T. Higgins, why can't y'all pay me my money? I was here before Jamar. I was making it happen before Jamar.
Well,
True.
you got to remember
mean, but it's-
Jamar and
Joe.
Burrow.
Yeah.
they're
But
like
I'm
this.
saying T. Higgins was there before.
Right. But I think it's more like I'm just looking right now. They only have $23 million in the cap space.
Yeah.
So you're thinking if they re-sign this guy, he's going to eat up at least $30 million of that cap.
Yeah.
So
well, not for nothing. He's already
coming
making
in next year.
21 with the franchise tag.
Right, but that's you're adding another $10 million on there, plus whoever else you may have to try to re-sign. So
True.
it's a struggle.
That's the
We
issue.
signed Chase.
Mm-hmm. I mean, unless
They're
the
gonna send him
NFL
somewhere
raises
with
the
some money.
cap, which I think they're going to do here soon, they're going to raise the cap. We could see something different, but it's hard.
I
when
think
you're
in the
playing with those
CBA,
money-
the
that
cap
money.
raises pretty much consistently every year. I may be wrong on that. Of course, that's Tyler. Fact check, man.
Looking it up right now.
But because like I know it raised from last year. So
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to raise every year and for a little bit because of the TV deals. Because it's more expensive to watch the NFL this year.
Yeah, everything is.
So
Everything.
Yeah.
so I think it's supposed to raise, but that man is still disgruntled. You're gonna have to send him somewhere that has the ability to pay him the way he wants to be paid.
You know
I
what's
don't
crazy
see
that you
nobody
mentioned?
who is stuck. I don't know a team that's open to paying him that if they're not losing.
Yeah.
Looks
And I'm
like
not
they
going to
No.
say
said
he's not worth it. I think he's a phenomenal wide receiver. But at the end of the day, he's their number 2. He's that
If I
number
see
2 wide
Calvin
receiver.
really make 93 million, I want mine too.
Yeah.
Damn,
know,
it
they
looks like
still hate really.
they have announced that it's going to be a 30 million per team increase.
See,
Okay.
Next season?
Yeah,
Uh,
so if it goes up 30
the
million, is the
2024
other 10
salary cap.
million really going to hurt them to try to keep T. Higgins then?
But it depends on who else's contracts are up.
That's what I don't know. That's what I have not researched.
let
I
me
don't know
see
who
what I
else
can
is up
see.
for free agency and who else is going to try to get that money.
I think the Bengals come out. I'm not going to disrespect them, but I do think they'll be third.
Third. That's deep.
No, actually no. Fourth. You're running it back. You're spinning the block. Fourth. I don't think the Steelers going to be that bad. And I said they was consistent. I think the Steelers are going to be nice.
All right.
It looks
Well,
like
competitive.
To be
Well,
right
you
now,
definitely are segueing for me because the next team that I do want to talk about is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So a team I have a lot of respect for, but they're not in a win now mode yet. They can win. This team made the playoffs last year.
there's
They were
a
the
few
wild
people.
card spot. They slipped in.
Mm.
So
What'd you say,
let me go to
Colin?
Justin. Justin, talk to me about the Steelers.
All right, man. So, I want to address something that was said in a previous podcast. I do this constantly every week, week by week, and he's already making the face because he knows exactly who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? He's wearing the shoulder pads right now, so we're just going to talk to him, and I hope he braces himself for all these hits. On a previous episode of From the Hip podcast, someone has said that Mike Tomlin shouldn't be employed anymore after the season.
That's not what I said.
Let the man finish.
That's not what I said.
I have the direct
No,
quote.
that's not what I said.
I quote. No, I'm just playing.
What did I say? No. If you're gonna quote me correct.
All right,
I
let me
said
know.
I feel he should retire. He's done
Yeah.
everything, and I think it's time for him to step down. I never said he shouldn't be unemployed. Like I said, I feel he should retire because he's done everything.
Yeah.
That was the quote.
So he should retire, but that wasn't the case, was it? Now, you know what I mean? That wasn't the case. That's it. Team finished 10-7. After starting, like how Anthony said, had a rough start to the year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tomlin remains his title as Mr. 500. You know what I'm saying? He did go above 500, but Mr. 500 never had a losing season and will continue that streak, bro. You know what I'm saying? This 10-17 was led by Mason Rudolph and Mitch Trubisky, bro. Who?
What about Pickett?
Yeah. Who?
And Pickett played like the first 3 games, bro. After that, he got washed out, man. Mason Rudolph and Trubisky took over. They were losing because of Pickett. You know what I'm saying? Once you made the switch, Rudolph and Trubisky got it to the 10-7.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? QB's only putting up 13 total TDs combined between the two.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Now imagine if that quarterback play got slightly better.
That's true.
And it did. It did. You know what I'm saying? So they went out and they got the dog in Russell Wilson, bro. The complete dog. And if all hope fails, they went out and got one of the most talented, most high potential, most versatile young QBs on the market today, bro, in Justin Fields, bro. Securing their future, you know what I'm saying? Moving forward after Russ passes the torch and everything. You know what I'm saying? Wilson had 26 TDs last year on 8 interceptions and a QB rating of 98. Completely washes the QB room for the previous year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna mention that I do not think that Russell Wilson will be the only quarterback playing this year. I think this team will run a dual quarterback scheme, kind of like how New Orleans runs.
Intentional?
With
Nope.
Huh?
I can't let.
No.
I can't. I can't
Yeah,
let you
can't
get
let
that off.
that plus
I
go.
can't let you get that off.
Yeah, because then they have to give up what, a fourth round if Fields starts or whatever the case
No,
is.
I ain't even talking about that part. Let's
You're not
remember who the
starting.
OC is.
Bro, hold on, bro. Let
Hold
me
on.
get there, bro.
Yeah, hold
Oh,
on.
oh,
Because we are
Big headed
interrupting
ass. Sit
his
your ass over there.
thing.
You
We
know what I'm
gotta
saying?
let
my
him go.
bad. You're right. My
Let
bad.
me get back. Let me
My
get
brother.
there, bro.
Let
You know
him
what I'm saying? I
cook.
know who the OC is. You know what I'm saying? I did my research. But yeah, so this is gonna be I think it's gonna be a dual quarterback play. I think kind of how New Orleans runs their offense, runs for their offense over there. Like they have Taysom Hill come in for a couple plays, run a couple play actions, read options, etc. I think it's gonna be the same thing with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. The reason why is because you got some wheels on Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? Like, see what I'm saying?
He's
They got
combining
some
to make
wheels on
one
Justin
big
Fields.
Yeah,
quarterback.
he's combining names now. Yeah.
Yeah, so and it's not good to keep those wheels in the garage. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them run. You know what I'm saying? Once in a while. Don't gotta be every game, but once in a while let them wheels run. You know what I'm saying? So oh shit, I fucked up. My paper. All right, there you go. So the protection for the quarterbacks now. The protection for Russell Wilson has always been a problem all his career.
Mm-hmm.
All his career. But this protection here, slightly better than what he's had in previous years, bro. This protection only taking 36 sacks in last year. That's ninth fewest in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And they only got better at the offensive line. Drafted Zach Frazier in the second round to upgrade the center play. And then they drafted Troy Fautanu to replace the weak left side of the offensive line. So now only did the offensive line get stronger than what it was. Already only allowing the ninth fewest sacks in the NFL, they just got stronger. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't think those numbers are going to change because Russell Wilson is one of the most sacked quarterbacks just because of his quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? He likes to move out the pocket. He don't really sit in the pocket for real. He gets out, tries to make something happen. He ends up taking a sack. That's just Russell Wilson. That's how he plays. So I don't expect those numbers to get any better, but it will benefit the running backs. It will not benefit the quarterback play, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? The receiver room did lose Deontay Johnson. Only had about 700 yards last year. They had a real quiet off year. So them losing Deontay Johnson, they replaced him with Van Jefferson. In my opinion, that is a downgrade at the wide receiver position. So that's where I think this offense is going to be the weak point. Will be the offensive core because George Pickens is still there, but we already know how the social media gets to certain players, you know what I'm saying, and want to be involved in social media. So that's the problem I have there. All right, running back Jalen Warren, one of the best pass catchers in out of the backfield in the NFL. 61 catches last year. This man catches everything coming out of the backfield. And then you got Najee Harris is going to be his backup. Even though Najee Harris should be the starter, but his production ain't there. But he is averaging. Last year he averaged 4.1 carries per yards per carry. That's a lot of yardage per carry. That's damn near 5 yards every play. You know what I'm saying? You moving the sticks after 3 plays, and if he continues that, you know what I'm saying. So with the upgraded offensive line, this two-headed monster is gonna go insane next year, especially with decent quarterback play. Quarterbacks that are not willing to throw the check down if need be. You know what I'm saying? Veteran quarterback in Russell Wilson and mentoring the young quarterback in Justin Fields, which Justin Fields hasn't had his entire career over there in Chicago. And now the downside of the offense is the Arthur Smith signing with the offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? That was what Mo was alluding to earlier before I could have got it off. You know what I'm saying? Even though Arthur Smith has shown he is not scared to swap out his quarterbacks because he did it 20 times last year and over there in Atlanta. He had a different quarterback start in every game. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to see what worked, but clearly, you know what I'm saying, he should not be a head coach. Let's see how he does as an offensive coordinator. All right. But other than that, this offense got a lot of upgrades and it got a few downgrades. This offense does look a little better with the quarterback play, in my opinion.
So, quick, the trade condition for Justin Fields says
Mhm.
the Steelers traded for Justin Fields will become a 4th-round pick if he plays 51% of the plays this season.
So if he
he's not gonna
plays,
play nowhere near that.
So it doesn't matter as to when,
mm.
a game he comes in, as long as he doesn't play as
51%.
many play. Okay.
Yeah. He
So
just
like
can't
if he
play
comes in
majority
on a
as
wild
anyone
So
else.
if they
card,
play, let's say they have
wildcat.
1,000 plays. If he pays 501, there's 4th-round pick. My thing about this
So
is
that's the
let's
whole
go
year, or is that just
the whole year. The whole year
Yeah,
Oh,
this
I
season.
don't think he plays that much.
of the play of the snaps, basically. He maybe not. You never know.
I mean,
Well,
you
he
never
won't do
know.
that
I mean,
not if they're doing the wildcat like he was saying. That's not going to happen.
well, I'm saying you never know what can happen. This is the NFL. Russell Wilson is a very durable quarterback. Let's be honest there. Let's go into this. I'm going to go into the Russell Wilson thing. Yes, he has 1 ring. All right, cool. He's been to 2 Super Bowls with Seattle. All right, cool. This man's in his 13th year of the NFL. He's only had 4 4,000-yard seasons. Only 4 out of that. He's had mediocre seasons of 3,000 and change. But he did have a running back in Marshawn Lynch that did help take pressure off of him. So let's start there. You're putting an offense on Russell Wilson when he had beasts to help him before. The running back core that they have right now, it's not fantastic. They're not a Marshawn Lynch. Let's just
I
be
don't think
honest.
they're that bad. I don't really
They're
think the
not that
running
bad.
backs are that bad. I think the running
Najee
backs
Harris
might be a
has not
highlight
been
of
the
this team.
back he's supposed to be. Najee Harris has not been the back he's supposed to be. Yes, Russell Wilson's been hit. Denver was very lackadaisical, but I will give him this. In Seattle, except for his last season in Seattle, he's had a winning season every season. I will give him that. And that was due to defense and offense at that time. Is Russell on the decline? That's a possibility that we have to think about because his last 3 seasons have been lackadaisical. Last one in Seattle, the 2 over there in Denver, very lackadaisical. But the Denver thing, it could have been due to the offense because he needs to be in a moving pocket, like you were saying. He does hold on to the ball, but he has to move. That's the caliber of player you have with Russell Wilson. If he moves, he's dangerous. I will give him that. But that's the Russell Pittsburgh's going to need to win. And they are going to need to rely heavily on their run, which Pittsburgh is well known for, because you and I were just talking about Jerome Bettis, the bus, and how big of a boy he was and how bad he was. So if Mike Tomlin goes back to that smash mouth football, Pittsburgh can be successful.
But that's the reason I disagree with you when you talk about the running backs. I think this running back core that the Steelers have, I think it's a very good running back core. It's not on one person. They have 2. Warren, I think, did very well last year. I think Najee was wonderful for being just a solid back, just to come down and run. If they had only one of them, I would not be very impressed. The fact that they intend on running a 2-headed running back core and they have these 2 style of running backs that are very different, I actually like it. Mo, I know you're about to say something. I'm ready for you, and I know there is somebody in your personal family deeply concerned about this subject. Please, by all means, my friend.
I'm trying to see. He threw me off because he made me almost want to take up for the Steelers. Because why are we attacking the running backs? Why is that the subject? Let's attack the OC.
Yes.
Let's attack the wide receivers. Like who? Name them.
Yes. Agreed.
George Pickens, Van Jefferson, and Austin.
Ass. Now we'll rap video.
Austin, my bad.
Now we'll rap video with butt cheeks everywhere.
Pat Freiermuth, their tight end.
Okay, all right.
He's the best thing they have on their whole receiving core.
Gotcha. Let me tell you what's going to happen. George Pickens is going to cry. He's going to cry. They're treating him like the number 1. That was his problem last year.
He
wasn't the number 1 option. He's a crybaby. If Russell don't get him the ball, he's going to check out the game. The wide receiver group is going to be what holds this team back. Russ has an O-line that's better than anything he's ever had in his career. I think he's going to cook when he can. But you know who's going to stop that? Crybaby Pickens.
Yeah.
NFL young boy. Okay?
Boy.
When it comes to the running backs, they're just going to switch it off. Well, we hope that they will switch it off. You know why I have to say we would hope they would switch it off? Is because the idiot Arthur Smith, who he doesn't even have a niche. He was a defensive coach. He was an offensive coach. The thing that got him the job was he was the offensive coordinator in Tennessee for 1 year. If I were to ask all of y'all what you would do if you had a team with Derrick Henry at the running back, we all would say, well,
Run.
you run it with Derrick Henry. You play action. But Arthur Smith wasn't the reason he had a record-breaking, a personal high for stats. It's just because Derrick Henry is a good running back.
Shit, look at last year with B.J. Robinson.
Yeah.
So
that B. John Robinson thing is right there is huge to me because you had probably the best young running back in the entire draft.
Yes.
Who should have been just killing the stats.
Yes.
And when he played wonderfully. It's not him. When he got the ball.
And that's why I can't get behind they're going to run. Yeah, they'll probably run 2 quarterback sets. Cool. Will it be when it's supposed to? No. I'm not confident in no Arthur Smith. And I told my uncle that, hey, yeah, how you feel? Y'all in for a long season. You got rid of Matt Canada and you just went and got Matt America. That's it. That is it. That is it. This man is an idiot. And we saw that. We saw too much proof of that. So,
but I tell you what, one thing that we definitely know is that Tomlin is not an idiot.
No.
And that's the one thing that's probably going to save this team. The one thing that's probably going to save this team is that Mike Tomlin's there. And Tomlin, I would say he's probably one of the top 5 best coaches in all of NFL. So therefore, if he sees this going wrong, he's going to intervene. He's going to say, whoa. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
The only thing is I think he hold on to people too long because there's no way to me Deontay should have left without George Pickens being sent off too. Because that's going to be a cancel for you.
But let's not forget the bright spot here. They got a good defense.
Sierra?
You know, I'm glad you said that. You know what I'm saying? So I can get back in my defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you said that.
I thought you were done, Justin. I thought you weren't.
Oh, no, I got a whole other side of the ball to talk to.
Oh, my bad. No,
I'm you know what? Let me let you cook. Nah, it's you. Go ahead.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole other side of the ball to talk about. Like, this team allowed the 6th most points in the NFL last year. You know what I'm saying? Despite being tied for 8th on the turnover and 5th in the red zone. So they were 5th best in the red zone. They allowed the 6th most points scored. So I'm guessing those against the long balls. You know what I'm saying? When you get
when you feel too much.
Yeah, like it's too much field. When they have too much field to cover, this team can't do it. And then I think that goes back to the DBs, which I say I will later bring up that is the weak part of this this defense because these DBs are not it, bro. Once you close up that field, they're the best defense. They're one of the best defenses in the NFL, bro. When it comes to the red zone inside the 20, nobody's touching this team, bro. You know what I'm saying? This team they locked in right there. You know what I'm saying? You got to get past me, the front 7. Once you get past them front 7, them safeties and them corners back there, they're mediocre, man. You can get back there. Hey, don't do that. Let me finish.
Don't say that about Minkah.
Don't do that. Because when I get to Baltimore, I'm going to cook y'all player too.
You know what I'm saying? Don't say that about Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, Minkah Fitzpatrick, 105 years old, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit. All right, so like I said, once you get past them corners and safeties, bro, it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, 6th most points scored against this team last year, bro. You know what I'm saying? For this defense on the ground allowed 4.3 yards damn near per carry. Like that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Since that's a problem, this run defense was non-existent all year, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you add Patrick Queen over there from the Boys in the Bank. You know what I'm saying? The Boys in the Bank. Patrick Queen had an impressive season last year, coming off 133 tackles last year. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, him being added into this front 7 could get a little bit of this run defense going. And on top of that, you're gonna partner him with a juggernaut in the defensive end / linebacker because they have him either way, and one of the defensive players of the year candidates. You know what I'm saying? Every year. You know what I'm saying? Last year, leading the league in sacks and QB hits with 19 sacks and 36 QB hits last year in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So this is where you come into where this front seven is now going to start stopping the run. This front seven is going to start getting stops in the backfield. This is going to stop the quick slants and all those extra bullshit, these drag routes, these comeback routes. It's going to stop all that there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got Mika and you got Keys coming back. That's the cornerbacks you coming back this year, but you lost Levi Wallace and Patrick Peterson. I don't see where, you know what I'm saying, Patrick Peterson had a off year, completely horrible year last year. So they let him walk, let Levi Wallace walk. They replaced him with Deontay Jackson over there from Carolina. It's a downgrade in the defensive in a cornerback right there for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no upgrade there. And this team, the defense secondary, Minka is the only focal point in the secondary in DBs that I see that is actually going to make something happen. Pro bowler did we had to do last year, but he can't do it alone. You know what I'm saying? These teams have multiple receivers, multiple tight end sets. You can't cover three people at one time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying the secondary is the weak point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, congratulations. You were Pro Bowl last year. Congratulations. Do it again. You know what I'm saying? Do it again and do it. Try to mentor these young quarterbacks that are coming back in with you. You know what I'm saying? Other than that defense, that's really the entire defense, like going over the ins and outs and the defensive line, etc. But the Steelers' schedule, you know what I'm saying? The Steelers have the hardest schedule going off for the opponent's projected wins. So their opponent's projected wins compared to their own, they have the hardest schedule. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying? This with just the division alone, playing the Bengals twice a year, playing the Ravens twice a year,
Yeah.
Cleveland twice a year. You got the Jets in there. You know what I'm saying? You got easy ones because the Giants, Commanders, and you got trying to think of the Cardinals is in there. You got a couple of teams that you know are gimmies, but you also got to go through this division. You play three playoff teams in this division that you play them 6 times a year, bro. I say the floor for this Steelers team to go 9-8 again, above 500. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he's a Mr. 500, and the ceiling I say is going 12-5, bro. You know what I'm saying? Securing that playoff spot like they should, but I don't see this team being taking. I don't see this team taking the division. I don't see this team. I don't even see this team fighting for a wild card spot again. Yeah, fighting for a wild card spot because even with a 12-5 record in this division, I don't think it's enough. Now y'all can attack my defense.
Well, this is what I want to say, and I'm only going to go after one player because I could really talk about him, and that's going to be Patrick Queen. So, T.J. Watt is quote unquote a linebacker
Yeah.
on the
On
stat
paper.
on paper, but he's really a defensive end.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where he cooks. Linebacker, he's not bad, but he's not the best.
He did have
Okay?
a pick last year. He had a pick last year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he had a pick, but that's T.J. Watt. We drafted. Now here comes a Patrick Queen attack. We drafted Queen 4 seasons ago to replace or to fill in that void that was left by Ray Lewis at middle linebacker because that's where he plays. His first 2 seasons were very lackluster. He couldn't cut it. We go out and we got Roquan in a trade to really be that centerpiece. He was able to feed off of Roquan because Roquan was the one leading him and letting him know where to go and what to do. Roquan filled that void and took over as the leader of our defense. So it's been proven he cannot lead the defense or lead that linebacker core. I feel Queen needs someone next to him that's comparable or better to help him look good. This could be his chance to prove me wrong because that's what I've seen so far. He needs somebody else with him to make him play better, to be better. That's my own thing about the Queen thing, and that's where I stand on that. But I can't say nothing else about Mike Tomlin because he's always been a defensive-minded guy. He's always had a fantastic defense. Maybe he can help Queen blossom into the star he's supposed to be. But that's it. Even though he was a second-team All-Pro this year. But that was off of the play of Roquan Smith.
Oh, I see you got the mic. Let me hear what you got to say.
think Kory is judging from a point of that man coming from his team.
Speak up a little bit, Mo.
I think he's speaking from a point of that man being on his team before. And I get it. I understand it. That's how I felt when Miles Jack went to the Steelers. But some people ain't cut out to wear that green dot at linebacker. Some people ain't cut out to just read the plays like that. Some people need some direction. I don't think they got him on that team to be a leader. I think they got him on that team to fall in place and do what he does best. I think they already have their leader. So I think all he got to do is go there and produce. And we'll just have to wait and see if that works for him. Miles Jack, I brought up Miles Jack. Miles Jack, they used to try to slap the green dot on him. Sucked. Absolutely sucked. Absolutely sucked. But once you take it off, he produced. It's not his fault that y'all drafted him to be the Ray Lewis void filler. But and him excelling with Roquan, yeah, that's cool. That's probably what he was supposed to always be. But for the Steelers, I don't think they got him to be that. And I think that's going to be the difference, because now he just can go out there and play. He ain't got to diagnose a play and tell you to be there, this is coming. He ain't got to do all that. He just got to go out there, see what he see, and go attack. And I think you got me defending the Steelers, and I hate that. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to defend these boys.
It's not that, Mo. He's going to be a middle linebacker.
Yeah.
The middle linebacker is the Mike. The middle linebacker is the guy who calls the plays, sees what's coming. That's his job on that defense. That's
on
his
some
job.
Teams.
Yeah.
On
Corey,
some
not everybody
teams.
has the Ray Lewis. Not everybody runs it through
No.
that.
I'm not saying
teams.
everybody got Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to be his job. So I think it's not his role. So maybe he won't be as good this year. I'm not trying to hate on the man. I hope he has a successful career, because I really do. Because you'll hear about this in my segment.
You're better than me.
But, I'm just saying, from what I've seen and how the NFL translates, you usually are what you are as you go along.
Mm-hmm. Well, I kind of agree with that statement, but I am going to say that it's not part of his job. His job is to tackle. Okay, as far as who's in charge of telling people what to do and being there, that's a defensive coordinator. That's a defensive coordinator. That's his job. Okay, some teams are blessed. They have these star players. You had players like Junior Seau. You had players like Ray Lewis. You had those players that, yes, they did play middle linebacker, but there's a lot of other teams that have a middle linebacker that's not their job. They're not the leader. Okay, that doesn't necessarily have that role in that position. Yes, you can be a leader, but it doesn't necessarily mean it. What I'm saying is, I agree with Mo. He's got a job to do. He's actually a very talented man, and he can do his job. And it doesn't necessarily mean he has to lead this team. That's why you hired a defensive coordinator. So with that, I agree with both of you. Basically, I agree with both of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me get into the next team. Next team, Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns shocked me last season, even if it was just me. Even if like everybody else knew they were going to do this and I just didn't, they got me because I didn't think they were going to be as good as they were. I knew their defense would be good. I didn't think they would be great. But I've never been a big fan of their quarterback, so there goes that. With that said, Tyler, let me get it with you, man. Talk to me about this Cleveland team. Are they going to repeat this, or was last season a fluke? Talk to me about it.
All right, let's talk about the Browns like the shit I take. So, going off, they did let go of their offensive coordinator. What? Come on. It's called an open.
Like this.
Jesus.
It's called an open. Some
Is
people
he
got to
drunk?
work on it. God, I wish. Anyways, they let go of their offensive coordinator, Alex Pelt, and they let go of their running back and tight end coaches. They did bring in Ken Dorsey. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ken Dorsey.
The one from the Bills?
From the Bills.
The ex-Miami quarterback. The ex-Miami quarterback, Ken Dorsey.
They traded the Broncos to get Jerry Jeudy, which I talked about last time. Good pickup for them.
You sure?
A lot of
Or is he
I
a
think
jag? I'm sorry. That's not even called for. I apologize. Go ahead, Tyler.
yeah, what the fuck, man? Anyways, they signed Jermaine, I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong. Ifedi, I think is how it's pronounced.
Oh, good luck.
If he's watching, I apologize. To the O-line with Conklin not returning until the summer. And they have Darwin Jones, who may be limited through the spring with his knee injury. Jermaine is looking like he's going to add some depth to the O-line. A lot of the things I was seeing with the Browns, just in general, because they have other things they've done. They traded Watson to the Titans, added Hakeem Denji?
Are we
Probably
work on
saying
your
that wrong.
pronunciation of names, Tyler? One day?
How do you pronounce it?
I don't know. I don't pronounce it at all.
Shut the fuck up, anyways. I don't want to hear shit if you're saying you're judging me if you can't pronounce it. I think it's a Denji. I think it's pronounced that. They picked him up from free agency. They signed Justin Hardy to a 1-year deal. Quarterback, special teams, has 1 interception, 63 tackles. They did lose Mike Ford to free agency.
Who the fuck is that?
I'm just naming players off the transactions.
I thought he was talking about Matt Forte for a second, my old ass.
No, it's Mike Ford. No.
Yeah.
Let's see. The thing with Justin Hardy, it looks like he's going to be with Strong Jr., Fields III, and Brown all signed. Brown has signed a 1-year deal as well. The safety McLeod, they re-signed him. Yep, exactly. They also signed York to back up Hopkins. They added Foreman as a running back until Chubb can come back. Right now, that's what it looks like Foreman's primary job is just going to kind of hold till Chubb is healthy enough to come back.
I thought Chubb was
was
healthy enough to come back already.
So they haven't really announced a return date just yet, but we're probably, from what I've seen projection-wise, it looks like he should be back the first week. But the Browns really haven't talked a whole lot about Chubb's
I just watched a video of him squatting 500 pounds.
Yeah, they just, let me put it this way: Browns haven't said anything. But from what you see and what people have said, Chubbs is probably back week 1.
Okay, because the guy's a monster. He just had major surgery on his knee for the second time.
Yes,
and he's already squatting 500 pounds. That's insane.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's just who he is.
About that too.
I expect Chubb to be back the first week, anyways. But when I was reading about reading about Foreman and stuff, they were talking about that's essentially he's kind of that fill-in if Chubb doesn't come back first week. But I imagine he'll be back.
Down to Foreman. Oh yeah.
But a lot of the stuff, it just seems like they weren't changing a whole lot in general. They had limited moves due to the salary cap, which we've been talking about. A lot of other teams are all having the same issue. It just sounds like a lot of the stuff they're really bringing into the team is just to add a little bit more depth to it in general. It sounds like they're kind of keeping the same exact kind of plan going in, except with the offensive, changing up the offensive coach. We'll see how the Bills' former offensive coach does.
I like the way that you said that though, because I do agree with you. It doesn't seem like they're really making a lot of moves to like their starters.
Yeah,
but they're going deeper. Like they're making sure that if people go down, they have people to plug and play. So I like that. Go ahead.
That's exactly what I saying the same thing. Not a lot of big grabs, not a lot of big moves. They're just doing things just to kind of back up what they already have.
Do you think that's stupid?
I don't think it's stupid.
I don't think that's stupid at all.
Like I said, look at their success. They went 11-6. They had one of the best defense of last season. They have the best.
Were they supposed to go 11-6?
To me, I personally didn't. I was shocked they did that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's one. Were they supposed to go
Yep.
11-6?
I don't think they were supposed to go 11-6, but they did.
Right. So by some stroke of luck, they went 11-6, and they did absolutely nothing to upgrade themselves. Is outside of the Jerry Jeudy stuff, which I just want to point out probably won't even make a fucking difference because you have a holdout on your hands. What happens if you have to trade
His
them?
face.
What happens if you have to trade them?
Yo, that face was
So
classic.
y'all
man.
don't think that was stupid to just go after depth when you knew that man wanted to get paid?
I got no response for it. In all honesty, I don't hate the fact that they did well and it took everyone by surprise. I think that's one of the things they were doubted, but then they went 11-6.
Hold on,
So
who's holding out?
Well, go ahead.
oh
Who's
no,
holding
go
out?
ahead.
No,
Go
Mo.
Oh, the receiver. That used to play for Dallas. I forgot his name.
Oh, you
Soon
talking
as I
about
Oh,
said it. Huh?
Cooper.
Amari Cooper,
Yeah, Amari Cooper.
who's their big brights side.
Who
He's
was
the
the
big.
bright
He's the
spot
big.
last
I didn't even
season?
know he was holding out.
Yeah,
He hasn't showed up.
Mm.
He's
hasn't
doing the
showed up to
same thing.
training camp.
Him and CD are the only ones that are not showing up.
CD,
training
I
camp.
understand. He had
Right,
that
but they're doing it
monster
for
year.
the
Give
same
him his
reason.
money. Stop playing with him.
It's just, but they hold out for the same reason. I had a monster. If I'm Amari Cooper, I had a monster season.
He did. He did.
No matter who you had back there throwing me the ball,
Yes.
I had a monster season. Where is my money?
You know, I don't understand the Devonta Freeman Foreman signing when you had Jerome Ford who stepped in for Nick Chubb last season.
I
He
tell you
did
what.
pretty well.
I don't think it's a bad thing just to have him there.
But check this out. Listen to their QB core. They went and got Tyler Huntley from Baltimore. They still have DTR. They got Deshaun Watson, and they went and got Jameis Winston.
Who I
You
freaking
went
hate.
and got
Go ahead.
two other quarterbacks to
Yeah.
help fill up your roster.
So again, I just want to ask, y'all don't think that shit was stupid?
On top of that, yeah.
Well-
but on top of that, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I'll cut
Okay.
him back.
Because let me just answer immediately with the quarterback situation. How much have you seen Watson? Okay. Enough said. So with that said, having these backup situations for Watson does make some sense because Watson, he's never there.
I got you. But do you need
But let me.
4 quarterbacks for Watson?
No, I wouldn't have picked
Well,
up.
it's 3, but
Well,
Yeah.
then again,
You
you
said-
end up
no,
having
no,
3 other,
who you named?
because you have Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston, Tyler Huntley, and DTR.
Yeah, Tyler
Those are the
Huntley.
3, and Watson.
I'm not in love with Tyler Huntley, but the DTR thing, to me, he should be the guy who you're trying to groom to take over
No,
this team.
let's back up. Let's dial it back a second. Granted, this man is old. The reason why they were able to win some of those games was Flacco coming
Flacco.
back.
Yes.
You got to give Flacco his flowers.
Yes,
for that.
Flacco
Oh,
kept him in
yes.
it.
Comeback player of the year, and then they just let him go.
Oh, okay, now we
So
Well,
no, not glazing.
What are they
guys. He
supposed
did
to do?
win
Like
comeback
give
player
him
of the
big
year.
money?
No, not give him big money, but give him 1 year. He's old. Give him
That
a 1 year
motherfucker
deal at
needs 1
least.
year. I'm talking about all the. Come on, bro.
And their defense. And their defense was stellar.
The defense was
So,
stellar.
If you're gonna get
defense
depth,
and Flacco
you need
play,
depth
that
for
was good.
something else. Not quarterback. Quarterback was fine.
Quarterback is not
Quarterback was
fine.
fine.
Quarterback is Watson. Watson is terrible.
I'm
Would you
talking about
want him on the
depth.
Jags?
I'm talking about for depth, brother. Depth. Okay. I'm not talking about what he do in a massage parlor. I'm talking about for depth, brother. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not talking. I would not want him for the Jags. Little freaky ass. Nah, but anyway, but I don't. I'm talking about that was not the position you were supposed to focus your focus on for depth. Okay, you went 11-6 by luck. by
I
chance.
don't know if it's by luck, man. They
By
played old school
chance.
football.
You had a good defense. We all done seen good, really good, great defenses have horrible offenses. We've seen that.
We've seen good defenses win Super Bowls.
Yes.
Yeah, we've
with
seen
better
good
They had a really
defenses
good
that do the
defense,
little
and they
things on
just-
offense win Super Bowls.
And they just so happen to have Flacco. No, none of us. Flacco didn't show that the year prior when he came in as the backup.
Yeah, when he played with the
For the
Jets, he didn't
Jets.
show that shit.
He didn't
Mhm.
show that. And that's what I'm saying. You
Mhm.
didn't expect that from him. Once Watson went down, you pretty much was like, oh, we came on this show and said Cleveland over.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. That was just by chance. We didn't expect that. But to go have Jameis, Huntley, and DTR, for what? You gonna carry all those quarterbacks? And you didn't do anything to go pay the man who they were throwing to. Who they were
Mhm.
throwing to. Who was
Well, let
doing
me
it
ask
by
you a question.
himself.
Do you think this puts?
Well, they had Njoku. who was
Yeah,
doing
Njoku's
well through last
fantastic.
season.
Do you think that
That's-
this makes Watson almost like trade bait for somebody who's stupid enough to might
Ain't nobody
Might grab
trading for no
Nah, not for
Cowboys
that
are.
contract.
Cowboys
No.
are?
Not for that contract. Not for that
contract,
guaranteed
brother.
contract,
Y'all don't
nah.
even want to pay your quarterback you got now. You don't want to pay your
Oh, your
receiver.
quarterback you got now. That's going to be a whole different theory we're going to get. We ain't
Am I
going to get into
supposed
that.
to believe that you're going to sit there and you're going to pay? You don't want to pay your quarterback. You don't want to pay your receiver. I'm supposed to believe you're going to pay Deshaun Watson? Absolutely not. Not that contract. That's $250 guaranteed.
Mhm.
You're not paying him that. Jerry is not paying him that. Only way
He
Jerry is
won't.
paying him that is if Deshaun Watson got a tape of him in the next room at a massage parlor.
Damn, boy.
That's it.
Damn.
Come on, man. They handled this all season a little stupid. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, do you think that there's a deal that's in place that is going to happen for your boy Cooper? Because I think that would hurt this team. Not having Cooper playing this season, that's going to hurt this team. Do you think that's going to happen?
It depends on what they got. Like, I know Chubb's got it. He's been paid. Deshaun Watson's a big chunk. We'd have to see what else they got because I know their line's no scrubs. They got a pretty decent O line.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I know they got to be paying somebody on that O line.
No, but that's
So
what I'm saying.
we'd
I'm
have
like,
to
this
look. You
team,
got
I know their
Njoku.
defense is top notch. We're not even going to talk about
Let's
that.
take a look.
Okay,
Let
but
me
when you
take a
start
look on
talking about, I know they got Chubb, I know they got Ford, and I know they got Foreman. So they're just in case that Chubb's not there.
Sheesh. They only got 13 million cap space right
Alright.
now.
Yeah,
Amari
they're
Cooper's out of there.
very limited cap space when it came to.
Yeah,
that's
it's-
why a lot of the moves they did
Watson,
was not
Cooper,
big.
Garrett, Denzel. Joel Batonio, Wyatt Teller, the two guards, and then Conklin. That's
Look at Justin's face.
5,
That's how
6, and
Amari
7.
Cooper look right now.
That's where their money is. 10, 11, and 12 million between 12 for Batonio, 11 for Teller, and 10 for Conklin. And then Njoku's got 9. And it goes, damn, Chubb
Look-
only getting 6.
Look at Justin's face. That's how Amari Cooper feel right now.
What is Cooper making?
23 or something.
Making
like that
23.
this year. Yeah, 23.
But
But then
I was
Watson
he's
the
underpaid.
man
cap
last
at
year.
63.
I was the man last year. No matter
Okay.
what freaky person
But
you
how
had
much
back
is
there.
enough?
What?
But you got to remember, it's
Where
the
you going to
market.
go
Look at
that
T.
you're going to
Higgins.
get more money?
But look what he said. Look at the market.
It's the market. It's
Okay,
the
I hear
market
you.
now.
I hear you. But you can price yourself out.
Okay, if
Yeah.
I'm gonna price myself out, hey, I need 2 more.
Okay. I'm just saying, listen, I'm making 23,
Give me
which
2
is
more.
a lot of money. Let me be clear. $23 million a season is a lot of goddamn money.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
So let's stop playing like he's getting Brock Purdy
change.
900,000 money. Okay, we'll stop that. Stop. Okay, and that's to you, Ayuk,
Yeah, but
making
yeah, but
14 million and crying. Okay, when your
But Ayuk
quarterback is
not
making less than
being
$1 million.
thrown to by a freaky ass. It's not God.
Okay.
Freaky ass.
But what I'm
He's-
saying
I'll pay
is
freaky
that he's
man
making 23
$250.
mil, and he's the number one receiver, which means the passes are going to be coming to you. By holding out and forcing them to trade you, okay, where you're going to go, where number one, you're going to make more money, and you're still going to be the number one. Because if you put Cooper on somebody else's team, he may not be as good. Cooper's fantastic, and he's a number one with the Browns.
Wait. That was
There
the
are
thought
teams.
process when he left the Cowboys.
Okay.
They didn't expect him to be the man on the Browns. They just sent him. It's a well-known fact that people thought that you could just send receivers to the Browns and they die. That's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And it
what
didn't
do we?
happen for Amari.
But what are we talking about here? Remember, Amari Cooper started with the Raiders,
He
and he was a
did.
stud.
And he
He was
sucked
a
for the
stud
Raiders.
there.
He didn't
No,
give
he
them
was
no
good.
effort. No, he was
He
good.
was
Sometimes
good.
he was inconsistent. My bad.
He was very
And then
he went
inconsistent.
to
I agree with
Dallas.
Mo.
Dallas's offense,
inconsistent.
he was still good in Dallas. He
Yes.
still was good till they
They
went
didn't
and
want
got
to pay him.
CD.
They sent him to
They didn't
Cleveland.
want to pay him. Now he sent him to Cleveland. The guy's a good receiver.
He is.
He's got the
100%
talent,
so.
and it's
100%
been
so.
proven. He's played with what, three or four different quarterbacks last
Yeah,
season.
doesn't matter.
And
I
still
could be
did
throwing the
work.
ball to him. He's a good wide receiver.
You
He's going to
know,
make his
Yeah.
thing.
so
Okay,
we
the
gotta
problem
give the
with
man
him,
his due.
though, is that he's wanting crazy amounts of money. At some
How
point,
old
you're
is he
hurting your
now?
team.
He's 30.
He's the same. He's younger than Calvin Ridley.
He's 30.
I
so.
just watched this. So all I'm truly trying to say is if I'm him and I watched y'all give this freaky boy $250 guaranteed, who likes to sit and happy baby in massage parlors. Don't you put the happy baby position on this video when it hit YouTube. But
Put it.
You already
Y'all
knew how my mind is working. I'm already playing.
Y'all gave him this, and I can't get nothing. And no matter who y'all put back here, I turned y'all up. No, man, come on, man. I understand him. I'm not gonna lie, I understand him. Then you went and get Jared Judy, who y'all gonna have to pay in a few years anyway, or is it this
Jerry
year?
Judy ain't shit. He ain't shit.
I bet they pay him,
Jerry Judy.
or they let him go.
Nah,
They're
$4
probably
million.
gonna let him go.
nah. Judy's there till 28. His contract's good to 28.
Yeah, and he's not good enough to demand more money.
We'll see.
Amari's is done after this season.
We
That's
sure
why he wants
said
a deal
we'll
done.
see, because that's how people was talking when Amari went to the Browns. To be honest.
Well, I do agree that they really do need to make an effort to try to re-sign him, but how much is enough? I'm sorry, $23 million. It's not like you're being
Browns shot
underpaid.
themselves in the foot as soon as they paid that freaky boy.
Well, let me ask you a question. Brandon Ayuk, would you rather have him or would you rather have Amari Cooper?
Brandon Ayuk.
Okay,
Cooper.
Brandon Ayuk is making $14 million. I do understand that he wants more money, and at $14 million, I can understand. But you made $23 million, Cooper. Shut
Give
up.
me Ayuk.
Get back in the game.
Give me Cooper.
Give me Ayuk.
You want Cooper?
Give me Cooper.
All right.
Give me Ayuk.
Yeah, I take Ayuk. Okay, I would rather take Ayuk, but I understand Ayuk is going to get his money. I know that's
Physical.
a different team, but we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
But Cooper needs to calm down. $23 million is not peanuts. They're not giving you
Ayuk
nothing.
probably going to the Steelers, and we're gonna have to record a whole nother show.
We're gonna talk about that Ayuk situation.
Yeah, that
I have a
Ayuk
very good,
situation is coming up.
Very good take on that.
All right. Well, guess what, guys?
Oh, Lord.
I still think the Browns are going to be fantastic at the end of the day. I do. I think they're going to be defense driven, run deep. I think Chubb's going to be a monster.
Don't
So-
warm up. I ain't assaulting you, Justin.
Hold
I
on.
see you
I
really
think
getting
Chubb's
into
gonna
it
be a
already.
monster.
Counted that
I
motherfucker.
see
But-
you doing it.
There is a team that we have to talk about. It's a team that won the division last season. It's a team that has the MVP of the league last
Right.
season.
Right.
All right. It's a team that went out and made a big move in bringing in what might be the best running back in the NFL, or at least he has been in the past few seasons,
All right.
and King Henry. All right. So my question
This
to
guy
you
gonna
guys
do
now is, he's wearing his gear because he was ready for this, and I can't let anybody else talk about him. Kory, talk to me about the Baltimore Ravens.
Look, man, let's first set the tone. The AFC North is the premier division in the NFL. This is the division you want to watch any game whenever they're playing each other. Baltimore last year just happened to win this division with a 13-4 record, beating the San Francisco 49ers, who were a monster. Last season, we produced first-team All-Pro, two-time MVP Lamar Jackson, Kyle Hamilton at safety, Roquan at middle linebacker. Second-team All-Pro, baby Aaron Donald, Justin Madubuike, and Patrick Queen. So during our offseason, we did suffer some significant losses. On the coaching side, we lost defensive coordinator Mike McDonald to the Seattle Seahawks. Ooh, we getting a call. Who's calling us? Defensive line coach Anthony Weaver to the Dolphins. Defensive back coach Denard Wilson to the Titans. Under Michael McDonald, the Baltimore Ravens set an NFL record as the first team in NFL history to lead the league in scoring, defense, sacks, and takeaways in the same season. That is outstanding. To replace Michael McDonald, we signed longtime Raven Zach Orr, a former inside linebacker and a defensive and one of the coordinators on one of the linebacker coordinating coaches. So now he's taking up the helm. We ended up trading away Morgan Moses to the Jets for a fourth-round pick, and with a fourth-round pick in return, we got the Jets' fourth and sixth-round pick. We released off outside linebacker Tyrus Bauer. Geno Stone left in free agency. Rock Yassin, Tyler Huntley, Ronald Darby, and we lost Odell Beckham Jr. as well. We also lost Jadeveon Clowney. He went to the Panthers. His replacement is going to be Odafe Owe and Brandon Ojabo. We also were able to re-sign Kyle Van Noy. We lost Patrick Queen, who was all pro. He's now a Steeler. His replacement is going to be Trenton Simpson, 6'2", 235, running a 4.4 40-yard dash. Last year's third-round pick. So I guess the Ravens were ready to let go of Queen. That's why they went and got him. We also lost Kevin Zeitler, Pro Bowl right guard to the Detroit Lions. We do have Ben Cleveland, who stepped in last year to replace Kevin Zeitler. He could play left guard as well. We also lost J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards to the Chargers. Gus, I wish you'd come back home. So to replace those running backs, though, we did get King Henry himself, a beast of a running back. 2 years, $16 million, $7.7 million signing bonus, $9 million guaranteed. We were able to re-sign Madubuike, $4 million, $98 million. 4 years, $98 million, $25 million signing bonus, $75 million guaranteed. And we were able to re-sign Arthur Millette, who's a cornerback who was phenomenal last season. In this year's draft, with our first pick, we picked up Nate Wiggins, 6'1" corner, fourth best at his position. He runs a 4.2 40. I think he's going to fit our scheme very well. Great man-to-man. In the second round, we picked up an offensive tackle to replace the loss of Morgan Moses. Roger Rosengarten, 6'5", 305. He's a plug-and-play starter at the beginning of the season. He'll fit right in. So with that Jets pick, we were able to get the pick 13th in the fourth round, and we got a wide receiver, Devontae Walker, 6'2", with a lot of speed. We'll see what this kid can do, but I really think another steal in the draft, a diamond in the rough in the fourth round with our 30th pick. We got TJ Tampa, 6'1", 189. He's a real hard-hitting corner. I mean, hard-hitting. He doesn't intercept the ball as much, but his nose is on that ball at all times. He was 8th overall in the draft, and I think he could be very versatile, and we can move him around, put him in the nickel, put him even over at safety to help out. I'm going to keep it short. Don't worry. So with this said, as everybody knows, the Baltimore Ravens is the breeding ground for some of the best players in the NFL. And that is 100% fact. And we've seen it. Pro Bowlers leave the Ravens and go to other teams. But my personal opinion is the Ravens have put themselves in a situation to win within the next, let's say, 4 seasons. I feel that that's what they have to win a Super Bowl. With the way the contracts are structured, the way it's looking, and as players are aging, this is our time to win. So we got to go out and we got to get it, and we got to get it done now. Come on, hit me with your shots. Oh my God. This guy, bro.
I've been holding that.
What are you
I've been holding that
chefing?
button, ready to hit that button. for the longest time.
What are
Chef
you
Mo,
chefing
I,
now?
I can't even go to nobody else until Mo talks. We ain't doing this. Go ahead, Mo.
I just want y'all to know I'm ready to cook. He went through that whole thing talking about this person, TJ Tampa, Nate Wiggins. Yeah, that's all beautiful and good, but will that defense look the same? Absolutely not. We know that. He said Mike McDonald set records. He is correct. But they had that record setting defense and did absolutely nothing with it. They didn't win the Super Bowl like he predicted. And yes, there was some play calling stuff in there. But audience, for the past couple shows, he's been attacking my quarterback. For the past couple shows, he been doing this little weird thing. Choke him. And then for the past couple shows, he likes to bring up stats. So he asked me earlier in the show, what is these papers? You want to take a wild guess at what these papers are?
Can I guess? Those are stats.
Go ahead.
Those are stats, aren't they?
Stats. So he would fool you into believing that Lamar Jackson is not a problem and Lamar Jackson has the stats and is an elite quarterback. But I'm here to prove that Lamar Jackson is not even the best quarterback out of that draft class. You want to know who the best one is?
Who?
Josh Allen, the one we kill on this show, the one I kill on this show. I kill him quite often. But when I went to go look at stats, I realized, man, Mo, you are crazy. You're not even cooking the right one. Are you being racist? Is that the reason you're doing that? He's not even the best in that draft class. One went 32, one went like 5 or 6. But let's get into the stats of the best one and the one that's not the best one. 94 games, because audience also, for context, he told me that in 50 games, Trevor Lawrence is comparable to Mac Jones. And you want to know what was wrong with them stats? Mac Jones ain't even played 50 games. They ain't even started 50 games.
Damn.
Crazy.
No, it wasn't 50. It was like
You said 50.
30 something.
I remember.
No,
You said
I think
50.
it was Daniel Jones with the 50.
You said Mac Jones, 50. So let's go. All right, now, games played. Yeah, Josh Allen has been available for more games because somebody was weak and feeble a few seasons and missing games. So we got 94 games played by one and 86. Take a wild guess who played at 94.
I'm gonna say Josh.
Boom. All right. So pass yards, 22,703, 15,887. Who did the most?
Josh?
Correct. All right. So I could do this all day, but Josh Allen has way better stats than Lamar, and then we just continue to not jump on Lamar. But then I got more stats up in here.
Well, I
let's
have
talk about
for you
What?
when you're ready. I have retorts. Go ahead. Finish.
Oh, I can't wait for your retorts. You see
I
what I
have
got on here,
retorts
brother?
to
Look at
you.
this.
Oh, God.
I'm ready to cook, brother.
Oh, God.
I'm ready to cook, brother.
Oh, God.
All right. So
At least he's wearing pants.
Look, Kory's ass,
I'm
bro.
wearing pants, brother. I ain't on that freaky stuff. All right,
I
now.
don't know about that.
Now, let's talk about some other stuff. Now, he was attacking my quarterback for the first 50 games, right? First 50 games. So let's play another game of guess. All right. First 50 games, 7,085 yards, 68 touchdowns, 18 interceptions in the first first 50 games, right? Then 11,770 yards, 58 touchdowns, 39 interceptions in the first 50 games. Who is who?
Trevor's got the higher number, of course, but I'm still gonna come back because I got
Right.
something for you.
But what it
Go
sounds
ahead.
like to me, is somebody trusts their quarterback to be a quarterback, and the other team don't trust their quarterback to be a quarterback. But he
Are you
continues
done?
to get MVP and all that
Are
stuff.
you
And
done?
then everybody,
Are you done?
we cooked Josh
Are you
Allen. We
done?
cooked Dak Prescott. Let's talk about playoffs.
No.
Let's
I
talk
didn't
about
cook
playoffs.
Dak.
I
Go
cooked that.
ahead.
But
Yeah.
Anthony, I sent you something this week. Can you play that for me?
You did? You sent me something? I
I
didn't
sure
get it.
did. Oh, you didn't. You all right. All right. Well, I have the stats up here. Every time one quarterback goes to the playoffs, they score the lowest amount of points in the playoffs for that team. Because it looks like somebody, when the lights are bright, it does what, Justin?
Blind the weak, bro.
And it
Blinds
looked
the
like
weak.
somebody is super weak because the lowest point scored for the whole entire season always comes from one quarterback, and his name is not Trevor Lawrence. His name is not Dak Prescott. It's Lamar Jackson.
Mm.
Okay.
It's
Are you
4 trips. 4 trips. 4 trips.
I'm gonna get more
0 outcome. And also lowest points scored every single time. And he's only won 2 playoff games.
how many playoff games has Trevor been to?
1.
Okay.
No, been to
that's a
2,
wrap.
1-1.
Let me
Been to 2, 1-1. And we
now
killed
is it
that.
my turn?
Hold on. No, it's not. Not yet, because I'm cooking, brother. Let me cook.
Mm.
But anyway, Dak Prescott has been the 4. But no, he's been the more, but he's only won 4. Josh Allen has won 5. You mean to tell me this man is so elite? The only thing that separates him and Trevor Lawrence is the fact that he's won one more playoff game and some MVPs. I don't care about none of them MVPs. Y'all had the best defense last season, and you did nothing with it. You went to the Chiefs and lost. You want to know who had comparable stats to Patrick Mahomes last season? Trevor
Dak.
Lawrence.
I thought he was gonna say Dak.
You ready?
I was about
Let's
to
No,
start with
it
the
was
first.
Trevor Lawrence. They had the same amount of interceptions, about the same amount of yards. Only Pat Mahomes had 100 more passing yards than Trevor Lawrence.
Let's start with the first thing you said. You said this defense isn't going to be a defense like that. Granted, we've moved some pieces around, but let me reassure you of one thing. The Baltimore Ravens have been a staple in defensive ranking since conception. We are always in the top 5, a place where the Jacksonville Jaguars aren't ever in. So
And you
our
do
defense,
nothing
I
with
just
it.
let you talk. Let me finish, because last season you guys was on a tear and then you fell apart. Trevor choked. All right. That's number 1. Our defense will be fine. Number 2, you want to compare Trevor Lawrence to Lamar Jackson. Winning an MVP in the NFL is one hard ass thing to do. It is not done by some luck, and he's done it twice, my friend, twice. Okay. I think Aaron Rodgers has done it twice. Mahomes might have done it twice. So that means there's something there, and that this man is very special. And I will take him over Trevor Lawrence any day, twice on Sunday, because let's get into it. The Ravens play on Lamar's talent. Okay. Yes, Trevor is a passing quarterback, but Lamar has a thing called legs, my boy, and he can move and groove. We've always been a run heavy team. Look at what they've done for Trevor. They went, yes, the Baltimore Ravens have always been a run heavy team. Yes, that's been their recipe, except for when we won the Super Bowl and Flacco just happened to throw 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, and set an
Can we
NFL
stay
record.
in the modern
But
era, please?
yeah, we good.
Can we
So
stop talking
with
about
that
Ray
said,
Lewis from 1990 and shit?
with that said, Lamar Jackson has rushed and thrown some, so he's doing both. But now we went and got the king, Derrick Henry, to take off a lot of that pressure. Last couple seasons, you had a 3-headed monster. You had 3 receivers over there in Jacksonville, right? When has Lamar had 3 decent receivers?
Does he have it now?
Okay. I don't
And
really
that's not the
think
only
so,
question. And that's not the
because
only question. And that's not the only question. In what realm were people talking about Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and Calvin Ridley as this monster of a receiving core? Because I remember when we got Calvin Ridley, they was like, you still ain't got no number 1.
Who's
Because
been
he loves
Baltimore's
he
receiving
loves to
core?
watch ESPN.
Compare
He
to
loves
Baltimore's
watch,
receiving
he
core.
loves to watch
Compare
ESPN and
them
bring
to
it on this show.
Baltimore's receiving core.
He loves to watch
Compare them to
ESPN and bring them
Baltimore's receiving
show.
core. Go wide receiver for wide receiver. Compare them to Baltimore's receiving core.
Christian Kirk
Go
was
ahead.
number 3 on the Arizona
I
Cardinals.
said
Zay Jones
compare
was number
them
4
to
on
Baltimore
the Oakland
receiving
Raiders.
core.
Oakland. You heard what
Compare
I
them
said?
to Baltimore's
Oakland.
receiving core. That's what I'm asking you to do.
And
You
then Calvin
can't.
Ridley was
You
number 2
can't.
on the
You
Atlanta
can't.
Falcons.
You can't compare them to Baltimore's receiving core. Those receivers
Yes, I
are better
can.
than the
Yes, I
Baltimore
can.
receivers.
Yes, I
except for,
can.
like,
They're
Zay
not.
Flowers.
They're about even. But I know one quarterback will make those
Who
receivers
else
do
we
something,
had?
and then your quarterback is not even trusted enough to make them
And one
something on that
quarterback's gonna
team.
choke
You know what
in
I'm
the
saying?
regular season and not make the
Last
playoffs
time I
again.
checked, y'all
And
choke.
one
Do
is
you have a
gonna
Super
make it
Bowl?
because we
Do you
continuously
have a
make the
Super Bowl?
playoffs.
Trevor Lawrence and
We had
Lamar
2 Super
Jackson.
Bowls. Baltimore
Does
got
Lamar
2.
have 2
All right, let
Super
me bring you
Bowls?
guys back down.
That
Come on,
wasn't the
come on,
Does
come on.
Lamar
That
have 2
wasn't the
Super
comment.
Bowls?
Now you
Does
want to change
Lamar
it.
have 2
Trevor,
Super Bowls?
Trevor
Let me tell you
hasn't done
something. Let me
shit
tell you
but
something.
this.
Does Lamar have 2 Super Bowls? I could have sworn they have the
Deal.
same
I'm
amount
gonna get
of
paid
Super Bowls.
$250 million
Let me
to
tell you
do
something.
nothing.
You can do that
Absolutely
choke move.
nothing and play
I have
hurt
totally
and be a
lost
bum
control of
once
this
again.
show, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
can do
I
that
All
choke
right,
move.
apologize.
next on deck.
Corey,
Yeah, you can do
Corey,
that
bring
choke
it
move.
down. Whoa. Because you guys are at this point just arguing for the sake of arguing.
Hold on, I almost got one side done. Hold on.
Wait. Go back to it.
I saw you had the red side done. I saw that earlier.
I mean, like I'm getting there,
You're
man.
getting there,
All right,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, let's get back on focus. Let's get back talking about this topic at hand, which is the Baltimore Ravens right now.
The Baltimore
And the thing
Ravens.
is, I got a question for you. Corey, did they improve their receiving core to give Lamar a chance to throw the ball?
No.
I-
The
No.
answer you're searching for is
Let
no.
me
No.
explain. It can and
You,
it's tough.
you're going to
say.
tell me that
All right.
the dog ate
This
the
is the
homework.
most
Hold on.
political
Hold on a
answer he's
second.
about to give.
I want to explain.
Hold
He
on a
don't keep
second,
it a
because
buck.
the smoke
He
is
don't
coming
keep
out
it
your ears
real.
on that.
No.
They haven't.
No.
They didn't go and get anybody. They went and got a rookie in the draft. Correct. They don't have enough cap space to go and get somebody. Correct. They let Odell go so they could use that money on Derrick Henry. Okay. Here's my thing, and this is what I think the Baltimore Ravens need to do on the offensive side of the ball. They need to use Isaiah Likely a lot more. He filled in for Mark Andrews last season, and he did a phenomenal job. If they can run a 2 tight end set, I think Isaiah Likely is going to explode this season. The way he played last year, he even had a spectacular catch on the Jacksonville Jaguars in double coverage.
With
on
no
a jump
Super
ball.
Bowl. They did not get back.
And that I'm just saying,
Corey, at the
I
end of the
think
day, you
that
did
could
not
help. But
improve the
no,
wide
they didn't.
receiver.
They
The wide
didn't do
receiver
anything.
core
We didn't do anything. That's what I
is
said.
actually worse than it was last season.
Exactly. I didn't
Okay.
say we did any improvement. I said what we did and what they need to do.
So then this
with
is
what
still
they
a
have.
one-sided team. This team is a running team. 100%, absolutely a running team, one-dimensional that we all know about it. Okay. Do they have a good defense? They've always had a good defense. They have some good keys there, but they have lost a lot of key players and their defensive coordinator. So therefore, will they probably be as good as last season? I don't think so. They'll probably be a little bit lesser than what they were last season. They did not improve on defense. They did not improve on offense. The only thing that they've gotten is they've gotten a running back who is 30. How old is
30 years old.
King Henry now?
I think he's 30.
Is he 30 or is he 32? Tyler?
30 years old.
30 years old. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of King Henry. I think he's fantastic. But at the end of the day, did you really need him?
King Henry ain't their problem.
Yeah, your running game wasn't your problem. Your problem was that you don't have anybody to complement Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is not a number one. I said it. You can clip it right now. I'll take the mantle from Mo when I'm telling somebody who's not a number one. Zay Flowers is not a number one. Zay Flowers would be a phenomenal number 3.
Listen, no. When I
Last
said
season-
that he wasn't the problem is they went away from what got them to where they was.
Mm-hmm.
They had a much better team last season.
Yeah.
You were the best team in the league.
Yeah. Best record.
Best record in the league. You played Pat Mahomes and immediately forgot who you was because the lights was bright. The coach should have never in life ran the ball 6 times and you have 9 running plays, but 3 of them come from Lamar. You should have ran the ball. You should have had some balance. I don't
We all
have to
agreed
explain
on
that.
that.
We
It's
all
nothing
agreed on that.
new.
But that's nothing new. King Henry is not their problem because they can still have him and still run the ball. Just because you run it 8 times don't mean you a smart person because you run it 8 times. They need to stick to what gets them there.
So
There's a balance. There's a
last
balance.
season-
And Lamar is crazy when somebody is trying to sack him. He avoids everything.
So last season, we lost 3 of our starting 4 running backs. We lost 2 to injury, and 1 was in and out. King Henry's been a very durable running back. He's a big back
Big
we
as
have
hell.
him now. Yeah. So we needed a durable running back who can move the chains and can do the things he needs to do. That's something you guys keep forgetting because every year J.K. Dobbins was hurt. Last year, Keaton Mitchell blew out his ACL as he was just arriving on the scene. Justice Hill was hurt. The only one that could stay healthy was Gus. Lamar runs the ball a lot. And I was one to say, I don't want to see him run that much. That's why I think the Ken Henry addition was phenomenal for this team. So
Will they
Henry
use
can
him,
take
though?
a lot of that pressure off. Hell yeah. You paying this man all that money, you better use him.
But that's the thing.
You
Is will
better
they
use
use
him.
him? Because
I'm
ultimately,
pretty sure they're gonna
Lamar
use
has
him
led his team in rushing for how many years now?
since about
Since
4.
he took over the
5.
starting position.
Yeah.
I feel
at
Lamar
some
wants
point,
to throw.
he's got to be a
Yeah.
quarterback.
He do want to throw. But
Yeah.
they continue to not give him much, well, except for last season. Much to throw to.
Salary cap, bro. We're 28th with like $6 million in the space.
They just paid him last year, though. That's all I'm saying. It's like they try to sabotage the man. Now, this is where the conversation changes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they try to sabotage the man. You knew you didn't want Odell that long. Why not have your plan already ready for somebody else to come in? Because Zay Flowers is what, 5'10"? 5'9"?
That's why I say he's not a number 1.
He's 5'9".
He's not even a number
Come
2.
on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
I'm bigger than Zay Flowers.
Well, that's why I said
wanna suit
during
up?
the
You want a job?
draft,
League minimum.
I wanted
I'll take
Adonai
it.
Mitchell or I wanted Keon Coleman to come over to Baltimore. I did say that. I mentioned it during the draft.
Yeah,
I
and I
really
did
think
like
that they
Keon
need
Coleman.
a big
That would've been a
physical
good move.
receiver. They need a big guy on that line. They've always needed one. We had success when we had Bolden. That was our best receiver. So
Yeah, but that's why I want to curb
Big body
the excitement or enthusiasm about the Baltimore Ravens, because although I still think they're going to be a quality team, I wouldn't be surprised if they won this division again. I wouldn't be, but that's all they'll do.
That's freaky boy.
Are we talking about them really going deep into the playoffs for a Super Bowl? No. I see Houston as a better option as a Super Bowl team. KC as a better option as a Super Bowl team. But that's just that, because they're going to fall short when it really matters. And that's where I'm at.
One
But
person
that
ain't
also
talked yet.
leads me to what we're going to talk about as far as the division.
One person ain't talked yet, though.
And who's that? You got something to say, bro? Please, by all means, jump in.
Bro, yeah, y'all took over, bro. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
no,
Y'all
no,
good.
but we're not done with this subject.
I know y'all not. We're going to move on, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what comes next. So,
Okay,
No.
this is what I want to talk about. So I have another thing because this division is a little different than the other divisions.
Gotcha.
So what I mean by that is the 4 teams here, there are positives and negatives to all 4 teams. But all 4 teams are quality teams that could very well make the playoffs. No one would be shocked. If If I told you all 4 teams did make the playoffs this season, again, no one would be shocked. So I have something with that. I want to break down something. I'm going to ask you guys questions, and you guys are going to tell me based off of who's got the better of things. I'm going to start with coach. Coaching, which is key to winning.
For this division?
For this division.
All right, gotcha.
All right. Who's got the best coach in this division? We're gonna go around the horn. Okay. Justin, who's got the best coach in this division?
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Okay. Tyler?
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Kory? Harbaugh.
I see what y'all are doing here. This whole new segment. It's fine. Let's do
You
it.
Mo,
came up
who's
with
got
this
the
shit.
best coach?
I didn't come up with it.
What
He
the?
did.
What the?
Your father
Mo,
did.
who's got the best coach?
Steelers.
Steelers.
You don't want to say his name?
Okay.
Y'all told me about the topic.
Offense.
I didn't even know it was coming. Go ahead.
Offense. Go back
Offense
around.
what?
Oh, wait.
The
I'm sorry.
entire
I didn't
offense?
name mine. Hold on. I'm sorry. I left myself out of this thing. And I'm going to say the Steelers. Mike Tomlin's the best coach in the league.
Now, when you say offense, you're talking about the whole entire
Overall.
That's tough.
And overall offense. Just tell me which team is the better offensive team.
I got it. Pull up.
Justin.
offense. Right now?
Bengals right now.
Bengals. Tyler.
I was gonna go with Pittsburgh.
Okay. Kory.
Mm.
Go ahead, say it. You know what you want to say.
Say Baltimore. You know you want to say it, brother. Say it.
No. He don't want to say that. Go ahead, say
Yes.
the ops. Say the
You got-
ops. Go
He
ahead.
gets to
say
stand
the
on
ops.
business. He gets to stand on business. That's what I'm talking about.
Mo.
Bengals.
I will agree with you guys and say that the Bengals have the best offense.
I think we should have separated that.
No,
think so,
because
too.
I'm not going to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking about
I
drilling
mean,
it
like,
down.
I'm
to
talking
keep it
about
simple.
wide receivers and running back. You should have
Defense.
separated it.
Justin.
No, it ain't that hard now. Come on now.
It kind of is, bro. But
It
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go
is. You got 3 teams that would
Kinda
be
is,
defensive
bro.
teams here.
I'm
This
gonna
one's a
go
lot
Cleveland.
harder than offense.
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Are we going off this season or last season?
I'm
No,
going
this
over
season.
what you expect for this coming season.
This
Now, I'm
year.
not talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
last
yeah,
season.
yeah.
Gotcha.
If we were talking about last season, that's obvious. It's the Browns.
Cleveland.
They had the best. They had the best
Cleveland.
defense.
Yeah.
That was kind of crazy, but Cleveland.
Statistically, they had the best defense.
They did not. I just said Baltimore set a record, so you weren't listening
Set a
to
record
the
for
segment.
what?
Being the first defense in NFL history. NFL history.
Tyler, run
Let's
those
go
numbers,
right back
please.
up
Top
here.
defense of last
Yeah.
season. Overall defense.
I'm gonna check because when I was looking at the
They were
Browns, it
number
was
one
also stated
in
as being the
NFL
top
history.
defense.
That's what I'm saying.
To
Tyler,
lead
run the
in
stats. I'm
scoring
not
defense,
talking
sacks,
about
and
the
takeaways
top
in the
defense to
same
stop
season.
people within 3 yards. No. Fuck that shit. Top
Baltimore
defense
was number
overall.
one.
Tyler, run that off. NFL top defense last season. Simple shit.
Working on.
Okay, while you do that, Justin, top defense this coming season.
Cleveland.
Cleveland. I know Tyler's a little busy, so if you want Tyler, I can either skip you and I'll come back to
Browns.
you. Huh?
Cleveland Browns.
Okay, Cleveland. Kory? Ravens. Mo?
Browns.
Cleveland. I will agree with you that Cleveland would have the better defense this year. All right? Special teams. Justin, which team do you think would have the better special teams?
Baltimore.
Tyler?
I'm sorry. What happened?
Which team do you think would have the best special teams this year?
Ooh. Man,
You want to think about it for a second?
yeah, move on.
All right, let me
Sorry.
come back to you for that. Kory?
Tucker.
Mo?
Oh shit, he put the kicker in there. Fuck.
That's special teams, brother.
I was about to say the Steelers, but I'm gonna have to roll with Baltimore now.
Okay. And I agree with the Ravens. What about you, Tyler? You wanna?
Yeah, go with the Ravens.
Okay. Now I'm gonna throw one more in here, which is gonna be the X factor. Okay, and that's just something that you think that this team is gonna do. They have that one thing that puts them over the top. Okay, and it could be any facet of the game that you think makes them a better team than somebody else. Okay, so which team has the best X factor? And it doesn't matter what facet it is. And if you want to name it, you can. Justin, the X factor. Who's got it?
The Steelers.
The Steelers. I'm assuming, okay, in your eyes, that's going to be Russell Wilson for you?
You fucking know me. You already know the drill. Experience.
Tyler.
Experience.
So, all right. So just bringing up the defense thing. Yeah, Browns is number one
Thank you.
Ranked defense. There's a few their majority of all around when it comes to their defensive their total defense. Browns is number one. They're number one in passing defense. They were which was this one? Rushing defense. Browns were were 11th, unfortunately, on that one. Scoring defense was the Ravens, so I think that's what Kory might be pulling more off of. But the Browns are pretty much third down defense was Browns. They led most of all defensive wise, besides just a couple
And we
of
led in
factors.
sacks on the season
All
as
right.
well.
And while you're there, Tyler, do me a favor. Can you give me where the Baltimore Ravens actually ranked as far as total defense?
6th.
Thank you.
For total
okay,
defense.
Good enough. That's exactly what I was talking. Now, as far as the X factor, Tyler, what team do you think has the X factor, which could put them over the top this season? Either one, and it doesn't matter what you.
I think I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Okay. By the way, I'm just curious now. What's your X factor?
I think it's I'm going to agree with Justin on this, on the fact that it's going to be Russell Wilson, and I think Justin Fields as well is going to be something that's going to be very dangerous.
Okay. Kory, what's your what team has your X factor?
Big
and
trust, Freaky L, Action Jackson is an X factor,
Freaky
2-time
L.
MVP,
Okay.
2-time MVP.
Mo, what's your X factor?
I'm so conflicted. It's like 3 people I want to say, and they're all on different teams. Man, I don't know, bro.
Just say all 3. You said you got 3 in mind. Just say them.
I was gonna go with Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty.
So you're saying that the Bengals
Well, he's going to
is
say all
your
3.
X factor team?
No, I'm going X Factor. To me, when you say X Factor, who's going to be the difference maker on that team?
Yeah.
Difference maker on that team was going to be Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow goes crazy this year, actually. But
I find it funny that you say that because you picked the Bengals to be the last team in this division.
they're going to be the last team because you still got to go against those.
Well, the X
defenses.
factor would be what puts you over the top. It's hard to be
if
over the
you're
top.
going that
from the
way,
cellar.
then I'm going to. If you go that way, then I have to say Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Because he could throw it, he can run it, and in a regular season, you can't sack him.
I got you. All right.
Big trust.
As far as me, I'm going to say that my X factor is probably going to be Lamar. Lamar is my X factor as well. I think
That's
the Ravens
shocking,
do
'cause
have
you've
that
been high
as far
on
as
Russell.
All right. Now, the reason I did this is because you have the eye test, but I also wanted to show that this division has varying things of why they're so close. If you notice, the Browns, the Ravens, and Steelers, they're extremely close, guys. They're extremely close. I also wanted to show that Kory is very biased when it comes to this fucking Baltimore team. He don't give a fuck. What are we talking about? He's like Baltimore.
Stands on business. A stand on business right there. You support your team no matter
You
what.
asked a question.
I respect
Who had the best quarterback? Lamar's had 2 MVPs. You asked a question.
No,
who
I
has
asked
the best offense?
for the X factor. I didn't ask who's the best quarterback.
I'm saying first.
But by the way,
And
we did agree with you. 3 of us
the
agreed
wide
with you.
receivers,
Oh, actually, 2 of
or
us
the
agreed with you.
offense.
The offense
You asked
too.
about offense,
Mhm.
and Baltimore has probably the best line. They always have a great O line. They got a great running back. They got 2 great tight ends on that team. So that's why I pick offense. You ask defense, stand on business. Baltimore's been a top defense every single
Even
year.
though that they were ranked
And they
6
had,
last year.
remember, they had 2 Pro Bowlers.
Even though they were ranked 6 last year.
and
In your eyes, they were ranked
set
1.
but they set a record. You don't do that with some scrubs.
You're not hearing it. You're not hearing
No,
it. That's
you're
my
not
point.
hearing
I'm
me.
telling you, open your
You're
eyes, my
not
friend.
hearing me.
Open your eyes,
looking
sir.
You're looking at the Browns, but you're not hearing me. They
No,
set
I
a
am
record.
hearing you. I'm hearing
No,
that
no,
you're
no,
very
no.
biased and not listening to what
How
the
hard is it
stats
to
are
set
telling
an
you.
NFL record?
See, you
as a
pulled
team?
out. They were number 1, but
All
they were
right.
number 1 in one
Okay.
category, sir.
All right.
Okay, the Jets were number 1 in a category for the top team that lost their quarterback in the first drive of the year. That doesn't mean
So
that
let's
they're
go.
the top team, sir.
So
Jets are ranked 3rd.
Cleveland got cooked
total
by
defense.
Houston, and we cooked Houston.
All right, all I'm
All right,
saying.
that's all I'm saying.
All right, Kory, you don't get what I'm telling you. You don't
No,
see
you're
it. It's
not
going over
listening
your
to
head,
me.
sir. I get it.
You're
I
not
understand.
thinking of that.
You're
factor.
blinded by
You're not.
you're blinded
No,
by the
you're not
lights,
thinking
Kory.
about
I
the
got it.
factor.
I understand. I understand.
No.
All right. With that said, gentlemen, now that you've seen where you stand each other on what teams you rank, now I'm going to ask you, who wins the division? And we're going to go right back around based off of those answers. And I'll remind you of what you said. Justin, you stated that the Steelers have the best coach, the Bengals have the best offense, Cleveland has the best defense. Special teams was with the Ravens, and the actual X factor was the Steelers. Give me your pick to win the division now.
You see, I'm not. I want to state that. You see, I'm not biased.
No, you definitely looked at the division with
looked
open
at the
eyes.
division, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna stand on business. Say the X factor is Russell Wilson, and the Steelers gonna take the division this year.
Oh, okay.
Talk to me. Go
Tyler.
Hawks. You heard?
Tyler, you stated.
Hawks.
Tyler, you said that the Steelers have the best coach. The Steelers have the best offense. The Browns have the best defense. The Ravens have the best special teams, and the X factor was Russell Wilson as well. Who do you think wins the division?
I think it's going to be Steelers.
Okay. Kory.
You don't even have
Should
to
I even ask?
I
Because
stand on
everything was
business.
Ravens.
Because you know what? When it comes to everybody else's division, when they was like, "Oh, they're the best team,"
Kory,
in the division,
stop.
it's okay,
Stop.
No,
You're doing too much.
you lying. See,
You're doing
I
too
hate when
much.
you do this. You get
You're doing
sensitive
way too
and
much,
forget what
Kory.
you said.
I stand on business.
You're doing way too much. Just give me your pick.
Respect it. I respect it on business. It don't matter what, baby.
I stand on business.
All right. I'm just going to
let's
put down
go.
the Ravens.
There's
'cause you
nothing
can't
wrong
see
with that.
anything.
You
Mo.
support your team no matter what.
Mo, okay,
go,
you
Tyler.
stated that the Steelers have the best coach, the Bengals have the best offense, the Browns have the best defense. You gave the Ravens the special teams and the X factor as Lamar and the special teams. But who do you have winning the division?
That's hard to me, actually.
It is a very hard question.
I told my uncle that they would be third. But then I had to think about the receivers on the Ravens. I'm going to have to say that Cleveland is going to win this division. But the Steelers are going to be second and Ravens are going to be third.
Wow. All right. And just to remind everybody about my answers, I totally believe that Mike Tomlin is the best coach in this whole thing. The Bengals, I agree, do have the best offense. Cleveland Browns do have the best defense. The Ravens, yeah, you got Justin Tucker. So I got to give them.
2 and 3 is interchangeable, though.
Yeah, I got to give the Ravens the special teams. And I do agree that Lamar is a very special player. He's a generational style player. They don't come around too often. So with that said, I don't think my answer is going to be very popular here. Okay, but I'm still prepared to give it. I'm going to say that the team that wins this division, in my eyes, see, I got you guys all on the edge of the seat. That's what I wanted.
No, I hear something.
Don't
in the
forget to
background,
like
brother.
and subscribe and allow your notifications because you don't want to miss when I actually give you guys my opinion. But my opinion, enough playing around.
Long-winded, Fred. Long-winded.
I hear something in the background.
I
brother.
absolutely
Yeah,
agree
someone's playing
with
something.
Corey. I think the
Who's
Ravens
playing
still win
something
this
in the
division,
background?
but I think it'll be extremely close. I think it'll be almost identical as last season, but I think the one thing that everybody's counting out the Bengals. I don't think the Bengals are going to be that far away.
It's gonna be the
Tyler, don't do it. Don't do it, bro. Go in and say that they're gonna take it.
It's gonna be the Packers, baby. I'm
I don't know what that is.
Oh, he's trying to play the Packers clip. It's Tyler.
No.
It's got to be Tyler playing the Packers.
You guys can
clip.
hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Whoops! I was trying to
I'm
bring up the
sitting there
fact I'm
going,
standing
why
on
is
business.
none of your lips moving, but I can hear the.
Yeah.
My
That
bad.
was throwing me off. I was like,
Yeah, I was like, what is going on here?
I'm trying to pull
I
up.
thought we
I'm
were
trying to
having
pull up the
technical
clip.
difficulties.
He's trying to pull up a Packers clip where he said the Packers, I'm standing on business and the Packers is winning. That's what he's picking up.
I want to
know
pull
what
up
you mean.
that clip because I wanted to remind everyone we're all
We
making
all
fun
have
of
teams
Corey.
that we agree on.
At the end of the day, when I
Yes.
picked Packers to do the division, I was the only one who picked the Packers in that division to win it. I stood on business, and we're all dogging Corey for standing on business for
No.
his team.
So
So for me, I'm
saying
here.
anything
I'm
to Corey.
backing him.
No,
I'm
not
backing
letting you
Corey
do
on
that.
that.
I'm not letting you do that.
No.
I'm not letting you do
Yeah,
that.
brother.
No, we going at Corey because in every single last division, Corey attacked everybody.
He did.
I did not
He
attack
attacked your teams.
Buffalo.
He
I did
attacked
not
your teams
attack
if it's not
Dallas.
even your
I
division.
attacked the Jags. I did not attack the Packers. I did not.
Yeah, I
Wait.
think he's just attacking
Yeah,
you,
I
Mo, in
like
general.
I attacked the
Okay.
Jags.
Exactly. So that's what
No,
I'm
no,
talking
but
about.
actually,
That's
He was
it.
talking
No, you
as
said I
if
attacked
Oh, no.
everybody. You
No.
said I attacked everybody.
The reason I'm bringing it up because one thing I saw Anthony just moments ago when Anthony was just like, all right, you're going to say the Ravens. All right, get up, blah, blah, blah. He's just sitting there throwing it away, acting like it ain't a thing, where it's, of course, you stand on business where you're going to pick a team. That's why
Standing on
I'm going to
business
support
means
that.
that you're telling the truth and staying on it. I think that term is thrown
Stay
around
loyal
a
to your
lot.
team.
Wait. Let me finish. The reason I had you pull up the stat was because the stat is a stat.
I don't
Okay?
disagree
I
with the
just
stat.
want to say I
Numbers-
hate when you talk like this. I want you to talk like you're in that office. I want you to talk like you're behind that computer talking to some shithead. I'm not going to say what, but talk like that. Stop
Well-
trying to don't give us your
talk
real
to him.
R&B voice.
I'm
You gotta
just
talk to
saying.
him like
I'm
you
just
front
saying.
the monitor.
My point of it is the stat is the stat. The numbers don't lie. Okay? The numbers are going to stay the same regardless of how you feel about a team. Okay?
And he's still talking like that. I don't like this.
But what I'm saying is that even though a team is good, we have to at least open our eyes to say that the best offensive team in this division is the Bengals. You can't tell me it's different. But yet to Corey, it's the Baltimore Ravens, a team that doesn't even have a wide receiver. Okay? So that's why when I say standing on business is not the same as supporting your team. You can support your team. You can still think your team is great. Tyler, you're a Packers fan. Do you think the Packers have the best defense?
No.
Okay, my point. That's just what I'm saying. Do you think they
They're
have
still
the
winning the
greatest
goddamn
coach?
division.
So
Do you
you're
think they have the
talking
greatest
about,
coach
like,
in that
coming
thing?
into
They
this
won their
season.
division. They're a great team. They beat the shit out of the Cowboys last season in the playoffs. They're a great young team. No one's
I
taking
don't
that
think they
away
won the
from them.
division.
But do they have the best defense? No. Okay.
They didn't win the
Justin,
division. They
you
came in
support
second.
the Seahawks. Okay. You hope the Seahawks win, but they also are in the same division with the San Francisco 49ers. Are they better than the San Francisco 49ers?
No.
Okay,
Back
good.
in that
Done.
video, I put myself that they gonna
No,
Mo,
it's not
Okay.
done because
The
there's more
Jacksonville
to it than just
Jaguars,
this.
okay, are a great team and can very well win this division. But, okay, do they have the best wide receiver in that division?
No.
Okay,
But we
point
did
being
drop our
said
throwback.
is that you have your eyes open. You support your team, but you don't close your eyes.
Wait. No. You're forgetting on offense, there's other positions. There's tight end. We have the 2 best tight ends in the division, in my opinion. There's also running back, and we just added Derrick Henry. We have a
Yes.
powerful running game that's been phenomenal. So on offense, we can run, and that opens the throw, the pass. And you know that as a football fan. The
Yes.
other teams,
But
I
you
don't
still
think
don't
the
have a
Bengals
wide
have a running
receiver on
game
this
yet.
team, nor do you have a coach that trusts your
Correct.
quarterback to throw the
Oh
ball.
boy, here we go.
Okay.
The man
You have
30,
you have the
his first
Cincinnati
MVP
Bengals
year,
on
he
this
had
in this
30-something
division
touchdowns.
that not only has T. Higgins, that have Chase, they have Moss. Okay, and who's their tight end?
Gesicki.
Nope. A scrub.
Gesicki.
He's all right.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the better offensive team. And they have Joe Burrow, who, by the way, I get
How?
vilified about
So
when
you're
I tell you
saying-
that he's not
you're
that
saying
great
Moss is
because
better
I'm
than
being
Henry.
told Joe Shiesty is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
I'm just saying, I'm kind of
Now we're
exaggerating for a
Now
point.
we're wild.
Yeah,
Now we
yeah.
wild.
I'm exaggerating
All
on
right,
purpose.
all right.
Okay. Well, but with that said, I still think the Baltimore Ravens are going to win the division. So, although I don't agree with Kory all the time, I do agree with him on one thing. This division is going to be fucking crazy, and I can't wait for the season to start.
It's gonna be a slugfest in that
It's
division.
gonna be crazy, my heart. That sounds crazy.
Why would you say who hurt you, sir?
Shit was stupid.
And I'm the freaky one. I'm the one with the problems.
no.
This guy's
That's
just
New York
saying all
slang
kind
for
of
stupid.
wild
Who
stuff.
said anything about New York? What New Yorker hurt you?
Nah, man.
Probably
It's
you, Anthony.
No,
You're
I
a very
definitely did not
abusive
say that
person.
shit.
A New Yorker.
I got
called
something
me
for
my
your
heart.
ass. I got something for your ass.
A New Yorker called me my
Pause.
heart.
I got something for your ass.
Pause.
What you mean by that?
I got something for you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. It's coming.
For
You'll
who?
see.
What you mean by that?
You. Hey, come on. I don't want nothing.
Let's go.
I don't want nothing from
Oh yeah.
I don't want
Oh,
nothing. I don't
yeah.
want you to have anything for me.
On that note, I think
I
we should
got
run the
something.
outro.
Yes. Okay. So with that, let me give everybody their parting words. Okay.
Let me go
start with
last, please.
not a problem. Let me go with Justin. Justin, give me your parting.
All right, man. Good show. You know what I'm saying? Real problematic. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we knew this.
I mean,
was
like
coming.
we could have literally just let them
You know what
fight.
I'm saying? I played the Rubik's Cube and almost finished a side. Like, that shit was weird. You know what I'm saying? Tune into Twitch TV. You know what I'm saying? Support your boy at Boogie CTV. NCAA football starting today, which is Saturday. Y'all probably won't see this till Sunday. So NCAA VOD is out now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Go Hawks, bro.
Tyler.
Everyone, I just want to go. We said it just before we started recording, but I just want to thank the viewership. Last video is leagues above what we got prior. So we know we're getting more viewers, we're getting more viewership. I just want to thank you all. Keep it coming. Kidnap your families. Lock the doors. Put it on.
Crazy.
Show the world. It's only crazy if you're caught. Other than that, it's normal. You play it all the time. Your friends, your family, play it everywhere you can find it. But the viewership's good and I'm loving it. There's just one problem I got to bring up. The one thing I'm not enjoying so much. For starters, I'm looking at it right now. 203 views. I love it. We're growing. We're getting bigger and better. But I'm not seeing a lot of likes, people. Come on. If you're watching it, just hit that like. Doesn't take much. Just a quick little boom. Done. Liked it. Look, I'll do it off my phone real quick. Right here. Watching. Nice. Like. Done. Next. When you're done with that,
He's got
after
insurance,
you've liked the
don't worry.
video, I don't. I'm regretted that decision immediately. But next, what you got to do, comment. You just heard the chef versus the bird arguing against each other. He's trying to cook this bird. Comment on it. Tell us how you feel. You a Ravens fan and you're going to put up with the chef cooking you like that? Or are you a Jag fan that's going to let the bird try to keep picking at the Jag? See, at the end of the day, comment, people. Come on, comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us how you feel. If you're having a bad day, tell us. Tell us your feelings. Tell us your emotions. Tell us how you feel about football. Complain when Anthony brings up basketball on an NFL podcast. So come on, guys. hit some likes, get some comments. Let's get some more interaction. All right, I want to read your beautiful words that you want to give me. Come on, bring it in here. But thank you all for viewing and follow Boogie CTV. Come on, man, let's get that viewership up there. He's going to start doing some crazy football content. And go Packers.
All right. Mo.
I just want to start off by saying, even though I know he ain't real, because when the game dropped, he didn't immediately go. He couldn't. All right. By he, I mean Boogie_CTV on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to say Twitch TV. Y'all know what Twitch is. So what I want y'all to do is go follow, and not only follow, subscribe. Because he got the subscribe button now. Subscribe to Boogie_CTV. Now,
Anthony, put a graphic up when he says that.
Of course,
Post
I
it.
will.
Yeah, post it.
Subscribe
That's
for
all
no
I
ads.
see, subscribe for no ads. I'm subscribed. I'm not just telling you something I ain't do. I subscribe. But matter of fact, I'm the first subscriber.
He was.
So now,
Found the badge.
There we go. All right, now let's talk about the podcast, From the Hip Podcast, the greatest podcast, the greatest NFL podcast that probably ever came out. Listen, you see what we do. I'm the chef, brother. I don't mind cooking somebody. I'm the chef. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that, man. I want to thank every single one of y'all who viewed the last video. Thank you. Thank you. If you watched it multiple times, thank you. If you watched it one time, thank you. But share that motherfuckers, because we finna run this shit up. All right. The season ain't even start. I can't even properly cook Kory, but now he know what's coming. Chef hat. He's undercooked right now. So imagine when the season comes and I cook them for real.
Listen, this ain't no cardboard flavor over here. You ain't cooking nothing.
We here.
I hope this works.
From the Hill Podcast. I
hope this works.
Go ahead, Kory.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. But let me try to make this
more
work.
energy. Come on, more
like,
energy.
comment, share, subscribe. Damn,
That's what I'm
how
talking
do I
about,
get this to work?
Oh, I gotta help you. Hold on.
Yeah. Please do. I got something to cook with. This man hates Deshaun Watson because Deshaun Watson got pictures of him getting them rub and tugs, my boy. This is why he talk about Deshaun Watson. This is freaky man here. The real freaky man, ladies.
So I see what's going on here. So I see you something during the week and you don't see it. But now you want to put.
I didn't put this up. He's sharing his screen.
I'm cooking everybody next episode. Everybody's getting cooked next episode. I'm gonna cook everybody. I'm Gordon Ramsay.
What the fuck is this? What am I seeing right now?
You see, you got cooked again. You getting cooked. Yeah.
No, I'm cooking everybody next episode. It's a revenge tour next episode. It's a revenge tour.
No, not the Mo Revenge Tour. Not the Mo Revenge Tour. Oh, God.
I'm cooking you, Anthony, and I'm cooking Kory. Because Justin and Tyler ain't got nothing to do with this. But I'm cooking your daddy, Justin. I'm cooking Kory. All right? Now, I'm out of here. Oh, man.
Oh, jeez. He shared his screen.
Oh my God!
All right, guess it's on me now. Well,
y'all two are screwed.
Yeah, man. Well, we all live in very different places, and we believe in very different things. But as the week unfolded, I'm reminded of something someone once told me. The only thing that overshadows our differences would be our similarities. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of From the Hip and listening to our review of the AFC North, as crazy as it might have been. We appreciate your support and hope you enjoyed the discussion or the fight, because that shit was a straight up fight. Okay, stay tuned for more episodes. Make sure to subscribe and follow us on social media to stay updated on future content. We love hearing from our listeners, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts and feedback. Mo wants to cook, you guys, in the comments. Trust and believe. So until next time, please remember, let's keep it football, and let's keep it from the hip. Thank you, everybody.